So, hello once again, Internet YouTube people. Jenny here, and I promised that the second video that I was going to do for YouTube was going to be a little bit about my favourite subject, me. So yes, all right. I've just come back tonight from a wonderful do that our local transgender organisation put together. They're called, if you go to genderrights.org.au, they're called Agenda, and they do lots of fabulous stuff here in the Australian Capital Territory, here in Canberra. But there was a social thing happening tonight, and also, in addition to some food and a chance for people to get together, there was we all went off to a fabulous opening of a sort of an art performance space thing, given by put together by one of the people who's involved with Agenda, and there was a really good turnout. So we went and we had some food early on, and then we went to the performance space, and then we came back and we had some dessert afterwards, and it all went very well, and a lot of people had a really good time. And I've totally lost track of where I was going. Yes, okay, so I'm 40 something, but in a moment I'm going to tell you a bit of information about my story, so you'll be able to work out how old I actually am. Okay, so I'm originally from the UK. You might be able to tell from my accent, although apparently it's got a bit Australianised because I have been here now for 23 years. I grew up in the UK. I worked in the US for a year back in '87, and then in '88 I came to Australia. And I became an Australian in '93. So for 29 years of my life I was presenting to the world as not the person you see here. But at age 29 I was finally able to get my act together, and I was old enough, mentally, maturity wise, I don't know, whatever you would say, but I'd come to terms with, okay, I am a transgender person, I have to get on with my journey, my transition. So I did. I transitioned very quickly. I went from, I had a sort of a 2-week androgynous, people couldn't tell, you know, is this a male person, is this a female person, goodness, a bit strange. Because transitioning in Queensland at that time, there was still quite a lot of, I don't know, redneck sort of attitudes and all that sort of thing. Maybe not so bad in Brisbane, but yes, quite dangerous not to be either one or the other. So yeah, a very quick 2-week sort of turnaround, and then that was it. Me changing, you know, documents and all that sort of thing. And I've just worked out actually this evening that in 3 days' time, Halloween, it will actually be 20 years of transition. And then 3 years later, so I was 3 years pre-op, and then 3 years later, again on Halloween, I had SRS, snippety snip. So yes, 17 years. So I guess the Halloween thing means I must have something to do with being an old witch or something. I don't know. I'm not practicing Wicca or anything like that, so just make out of that what you will. So what else can I tell you? That was great, obviously. You know, that's sort of the icing on the cake. The SRS, the surgery. It means then you can just get on with your life as you were supposed to be, which is great. It's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to do that. That's fine. Not everybody can do that, and I understand that. But yes, that was what was right for me. So then for many years, of course, I just sort of blended into, you know, society, and I didn't have really much to do with a lot of trans stuff. I still had trans friends and all that sort of thing. I had gay friends, I had lesbian friends, I had straight friends. The whole gamut of life, I guess. So one of the reasons for me getting back into the trans politics thing was it was time to get out there, stand up and be counted. Hence this YouTube thing, hence the Tumblr. I've totally broken stealth, and everybody now knows that I'm transgendered. And why did I do this? What are you doing? You may say, you fool, why did you do that? You didn't need to. It was brought home to me by the boss of the gender rights organisation. We were having a chat, and I don't know if anybody's seen the Harvey Milk movie, which was really quite good. Sean Penn sort of did a similar thing in that, or Harvey Milk, I should say, did a similar thing in that. If people don't know that they know a trans person who is, I hate to use this term, but normal, just like everybody else, then maybe that will help sort of demystify this whole transgendered thing, and people will realise that we're just people like everybody else. We work, we pay taxes, etc. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. I'm quite happy, as I said, I think in the previous one, that I'm happy to take any questions or whatever, and we will get other people involved in this as well. It won't just be me. I spoke to quite a few people this evening, basically doing a bit of shameless self-publication. Publication? That's not the right word, is it? Promotion, that's the right word. To try and get more subscribers. Thank you ever so much to I've got 3 subscribers. Thank you very much. Please ask questions if you've got any questions, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. I do have some counselling training, so if there is anything that is particularly tricky, then I can obviously draw on a lot of other resources and all that sort of thing. But thank you, YouTube, for letting me into your homes and your life, and yes, let's work together to make the world a better place. Hugs and peace, everybody. So